I've always said I wanted to see more Europe, and my German friends, today, we have made it to Germany. And what are we doing here? We're going to what's it called? Gasthof der buffet. I'm just kidding, guys, I'm sorry, we're not in Germany. But we are definitely in the most European town I have ever been to in Asia. Today we are in Chiang Mai, Thailand, about to go to a German buffet. Does that sound crazy? I think so, but hey, I don't know what it's gonna be like. But undoubtedly, like I said, this is the most European place I've ever been to in Asia. And I have found gems like this. A German food buffet? I never even knew something like this existed. And amazingly, it has great reviews. So it's dinner time. The cost is 280 baht. That's about less than 10 American dollars. So all you can eat buffet, how bad can it be? Well, let's go find out. Hopefully nothing happens. And at that, let's go eat some food. All right, so to start, we have a variety of sausages, no surprise, and some sauerkraut. We then have the pork leg, like a roasted pork, which looks pretty dang good, I will say. Obviously, you know, roasted pork. We also have some Thai-style kind of chili sauce here. We do have a lasagna. This is like a stuffed pork, so it's like a pork roast loin thing stuffed with more pork. We have two kinds of soup. I'm not sure, but this obviously looks like tomato-y. This one, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe chicken or something like that. We then have some kind of like basically like burger patties and gravy. I'm sure there's a better name for them. This is what they're calling a schnitzel. So this is a stuffed schnitzel. It looks like almost like a cordon bleu, that one. And then maybe that's is definitely more like a traditional looking schnitzel. Whereas that looks like a cordon bleu. Here we have some what I'll call like cabbage rolls, which are pretty cool, and a very like thick gravy. Pretty interesting. Here we have some chicken thighs, looking not too bad. Looks pretty much just like chicken thighs. Here we have a cheesy cauliflower, so that's very, very European, cheesy cauliflower. We also have a fried buckwheat and a very oily roasted veggie. This is again a piece of pork, which is like a stewed pork. It looks very soft, very tender, again in like a very gravy. We have sausages in a tomato-ish sauce. Here we have kind of like a chicken in a white pepper sauce. It kind of reminds me of like an Alfredo. Potatoes. This is fish. Of course, we have some cabbage. Some cabbages are very, very traditional, very German. Here we have some kind of, I think again it's pork in kind of a sauce. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Here we have more pork. This is like a ham. It's like a ham and a bit of a juice. This again is supposed to be fish of some sort, roasted. We have some noodles and pork. We have a kind of creamed spinach, mashed potatoes, like very, very buttery. We have, this is a apparently vegan duck meat, plant-based meat meal, and it's only very few options which are actually listed. All these are not listed. I'm just using my phone. And then here we have some meatballs and gravy. Over here, we have the salad bar. We have a variety of kind of like cold, we'll call them meats. A lot of the items which we kind of, that's like a ham right there, or like a head cheese. Kind of items often we saw over on the other table. Here we have, again, like a sauerkraut, or a cabbage, I guess I should say. Same here. It kind of looks like a pickled cabbage. We got a cucumber salad of some sort and a creamy mayo dressing. Here we have some peppers and looks like an oil and vinegar. Green salad. This is some kind of a noodle salad. Here we have some radishes, which look pretty good pickled. Macaroni salad. Some kind of a carrot salad, oil and vinegar. Here we go. This is like legit head cheese and some real kind of cold cuts, we'll call them. This is some kind of egg salad sandwich, egg salad. Here we have some beets. These are, looks like a dill sauce and I'm not sure what that is. Here we have another kind of dressing, kind of like a pineapple / coleslaw. Pickles, I love me some pickles. Weirder, there's oil in them. Tomatoes. This is some kind of a shredded meat, like a pate. Watermelon, deviled eggs. Another potato dish. some kind of something, which looks creamy, kind of like dessert. Same thing, kind of like puddings. These are like puddings, papaya, pineapple, cantaloupe. Here we have some actually really nice looking cheesecakes. That's interesting. Yeah, that's some kind of a really nice cream looking cake. Wow, these look really good. The desserts look really good. Looks like yogurts and more cakes. Holy cakes, look at all these cakes. This is impressive. Wow, we even have pretzels. Wow, real pretzels, buns, a variety of breads, even like, holy jump it, cinnamon rolls and cookies. These are like, these items here are items you do not see in Thailand. These are interesting. These are definitely all imported. Little jelly cookies, more, wow, looks like a lovely crumble cake. Wow, super impressed with the desserts here. But yeah, that's it. So let's eat.
For many people, a New Year's resolution was to save money this year, and that's why I'd like to thank sponsor of this video being Cupert. So Cupert was designed to help you save money. It provides automatic coupon testing and even cashback rewards, and has a price comparison service. And with over 6 million desktop users and 3 million mobile users, you know you're getting the best deals possible. So Cupert is a free extension which really helps consumers save money while shopping online. It will automatically find and apply the best coupon codes available during your online shopping, so you always get the best deals. It's available on Chrome, Edge, Safari, Firefox, any real browsing application you use, and additionally it's supported by over 2.6 million online retailers. It's super easy to use. All you do first is install the extension, register an account, and then browse the websites and click the Cupert extension button at your checkout. Cupert also has cashback rewards with over 76,000 retailers, including Temu, Macy's, Walmart, Sephora, and more. So cashback rewards typically take 15 days. However, the more you use and earn with Cupert, you can actually get that back even quicker, and then you can use that to get like gift cards, PayPal, super easy. And they work with over 200,000 retailers to help you save and get the best value possible. So start saving today, download Cupert, and save in 2025. So click the link down below.
All right, everybody, so that was weird. First time I've ever asked for the music to go down, and somehow it got turned up. I don't know. But just came from the gym, got quite a sweat on, quite a pump on, so I'm just gonna keep the tank top on, and just so happens we're rocking some Joel Eats merch, so joeleats.com. So, I started with some vegetables. I want to try a lot of everything. I'm not gonna try all the desserts, so I don't eat desserts anymore, and there's that many desserts here, which are impressive though. Even for the desserts, it's worth the cost to come here if you just want to taste of everything. And they just put up new like pork hocks, ham hocks, so I want to try that. But we'll start with the veggies. Gotta eat the veggies first for the kids, and they just put up new chicken as well. So I got literally pretty much all the salad fixings or all the vegetables. First, I have some of their radishes, tomatoes. I have the beets and carrot salad. I think I'll go through plate by plate. So let's try this first. First, some pickled radishes. Simple, tried and true. I do find it interesting that all the vegetables, including the pickled ones, have oil in them. I'm not used to seeing like beets have oil and all that stuff. Pickled beets, very nice. Very simple. Carrot salad. Nice and rich, bit of acidity. Tomatoes. Water is also included, and coffee and tea, which is nice. I mean, it's a nice addition. Here I have the two kinds of sauerkraut, the white and the red. Actually, I like that. The white one is very simplistic. The red one's really oily. I mean, I'm not a big oily fan, especially of items that like generally I wouldn't consider or expect to be oily, like sauerkraut. These were a pickled pepper. I like that. Very crisp, but yet acidic and oily. Here we have a cucumber salad. Now this is in a white kind of creamy mayo dressing, which I like. Now here we got some cucumbers, and I got a little bit of this pate, which is some kind of raw meat. So let's try that with the cucumber and the onion that's always up there. See what that's all about. It's salmon. Tastes pretty fishy, but hopefully it's good. But I mean, hopefully I won't be remembering it tomorrow. Here's some of their pickles, which again, interesting that there's oil on. I like it. A little sweet. And again, like, this is so different than all the food I've been eating in Thailand. Because, well, this is very much a German buffet. It was the owner I spoke to. He's very much German. We have a coleslaw. You know, I like that. It's very rich, very creamy, definitely mayo in it, but it's very acidic. This is actually the cooked cabbage. Oh my gosh. Woo! Alright. Delicious. Sweet. Bit of acidity. Holy rich, so that is for sure. That was veggies. We ate them for the kids. Set a good example. Well, the first time I've seen mustard, ketchup, and vinegar, or not vinegar, hot sauce, Tabasco, on any of the tables in any restaurant I've been to in Thailand. So that's, you know, European. So let's go get some meats. And hopefully this is good, round 2, because let's just say I went all in on this pork leg / knuckle, because they just brought it out. There's parts of which are crispy, parts of it look nice and moist, and I got pretty much all the meats here. So, I actually even got a soup. I don't usually ever get soup. I got a spoon, so let's just try to sip it. But it looks like tomato. Creamy tomato soup. Pretty basic. Alright, pork knuckle, everybody. Look at this. Roasted pork leg. Ham hock, call it that. So we have this like crispy bit right here. Crispy skin. Here, I'm going to rip that off. Listen to this crunch. Very, very rich. Fatty, more braised, soft cooked part of the leg. Try that. Tastes as it should. And even got part of this knuckle, which I love this knuckle with a little bit of cartilage at the end. Yummy. Yeah, I like that. And they do start with this seafood sauce, which I think is pretty interesting. So let's try that. I mean, the Thai sauce tastes great. It is actually on the spicy end, but not really needed, I would say. It is saltier too. Put a little salt on the pork. There's a lot more than I anticipated. But yeah, it's like a fatty pork leg with bits which are very, we'll say, rich and crispy. And then there are soft parts as well. Thank you. I like it. Simplest is best. I got part of the stuffed pork one. Funny, I don't know if it's coincidence, but wow, that's really good. The filling is very herbal. Parsley, it's simple, but simple is not a bad thing. I was gonna say the irony, I don't know if it's just irony or coincidence, but both Thai cuisine and German cuisines are very pork heavy. In fact, in the grocery store, pork is more expensive than chicken now. Like, I can buy boneless, skinless, lean chicken breast for cheaper than I can buy pork. Figure that out. Here I have some of the white cooked sauerkraut. Not bad. Not as good as the red one. Here, I got a variety of all the other items. These was like I'll call it like kufta, which that's what it reminded me of. Kind of like burger patties and gravy. Not my favorite. Not bad, but this piece of fish, it's cold. Wouldn't get it again. And of course, like German cuisine in general is quite, I don't want to say bland, a little bit less seasonings than a lot of different cuisines. So I like having these accompaniments here. But things, I'm appreciating it for what it is, you know what I mean? Like German food, which I've had before, is simple. And as long as it fits the bill, I'm digging it. We have a sausage with a tomato sauce. No, that I like. I like a barbecue sauce. There's a little winter spice in it, which is interesting. This is a pork and some kind of a tomato sauce. It's like a curry. Very different flavor. That was almost like barbecue sauce, and this is more just like a tomato soup. Here I have a big piece of the braised pork shoulder in some kind of a gravy. I'm just gonna put a little salt on that right away. I'm sure it's gonna need it. Very, very, very good. Very tender. Fall apart. That's the first time I've had like hot sauce since I've been in Asia. Tastes good, but even just as is. These are some chicken thighs we brought out. These are baked chicken thigh. I got them because they look fresh. It's just a chicken thigh. There's a little bit of look at citrus on it, maybe a little lime. It's not bad, but I expect it to be hotter from just bringing it out. This is a schnitzel. It definitely looks like chicken. Even though it's been on the buffet for a little bit, it's a piece of like chicken breast, simplified. It's a very traditional German schnitzel. It's not bad. It still has a little crunch, a little mustard, great. And then this is a cabbage roll, a part of a cabbage roll. Pork filled, gravy, very tasty. Yeah. Just a little bit of seasonings in it, a little bit of herbs, a little salt. I'm not really livens it up. So that one is way more flavorful in that cabbage roll compared to like the other. That's actually very nice. That was very good. It was a good cabbage roll. Simplicity at its best. All right, man. I'll finish it up. Go for round 3. All right, so I got a couple new items, but pretty much with the exception like all the vegan items and some items I just don't want to try. You know, I've already tried. This is new. This is the ham that was sitting in that, we'll call it oil/pork juice. Yeah, it's very mild tasting. Not my favorite. A little more dried out. I got some chicken. Here we got some cauliflower cheese for all y'all, which tastes pretty good. More of this cabbage roll, that was great. This is new. This is the chicken breast in the, what do you call it? In the like white cream bechamel sauce. Actually, that is surprisingly good. It's very soft, it's very tender. It's quite light. It's not as rich, as heavy as I thought it'd be. Now the other items I got some of the head cheese. So head cheese, it's kind of like, well, this thing is in gelatin. And that was another kind. I mean, they're kind of porky. It's just very rich items. Rich, fatty. Basically, miscellaneous pork parts. Let's be honest. Those more beets. Some other pickled items, sauerkraut. And some more of that coleslaw. I'm assuming that's their strategy to fill you up. And interestingly enough, maybe I shouldn't be surprised like this because we are in Thailand, but the demographic here is probably about 80-90% Thai. I got some at the beginning with that red cooked cabbage. Oh, it's so good. There's some cardamom in it, and sugar, and more sugar, and oil. It's delicious. And I got this pork end, this bone, pretty much, because I love the cartilage bits. Well, that's just pure fat, but however they roast it, basically like a chicharron. You know, this cartilage on the ham. Love it. I'd be up in there like a savage chewing on bones. Or a dog. I will say this is funny, but one thing I'm also really enjoying is this hot sauce. Like I said, I haven't had North American style hot sauce in a month. Oh, interesting. So this piece of chicken here, now got a lot more flavor, like spice-wise. Almost a little bit bordering on like 5 spice. Like if you get the pork knuckle rice on the street, like a very, very, very famous street food here in Thailand, just like that. Interesting. Good, but a lot different than the first bit I had. I guess the first one I had just wasn't really that flavored. And Thai sauces are great. A little picante, chili, all that good stuff. I'm gonna chew on this bone like a dog and then go see what else I got. Next, I got a giant plate of fruit. So we have papayas, pineapple, cantaloupes, and watermelon. So I actually haven't had cantaloupe in Thailand yet, so let's try it. This one's not overly ripe, but it tastes good. Why have I had papaya? Ooh, very good. Very ripe. People who have not had papaya in like a tropical country, you don't know what you're missing. The only papaya I've ever had in America, North America, usually isn't very good. But when they are ripe, flavor of that is actually amazing. Papaya is not even my favorite fruit. So this is my own. They didn't have this here. They did some chili and palo, which I'm gonna bust out. There's some of that pineapple and that watermelon. Try the watermelon out. Pretty dang good. So this watermelon in particular, it's not super ripe, but I find the watermelons in Thailand to be very crisp. And the breed of them has a very thin skin, like shell, so you get less waste off that. And the pineapples here are usually so sweet. Just like this one. So now I've tried pineapples in Hawaii, all over the world, honey pineapples, Mexico, etc. Even a $50 pineapple, yeah, I paid $50 for a pineapple once. But this pineapple is in Thailand. All of them, it's the breed of them, they're very small and they're such a unique flavor. They taste like candy. There's basically no acidity, or like less acidic, but they are good. No complaints. All right, so I got another plate of fruit, and I got a little bit of a pretzel, because I want to try, it's a German place, got to try pretzel. They got a big salt on it. It's very buttery. Weirdly enough, very sweet. It almost tastes like a dessert bread rather than like a pretzel I'm used to. And I did get literally a taste of cheesecake, which is very different tasting. It's very bitter, very sour, nonetheless. That's more papaya. Yeah, that's an amazing papaya. Like one of the best. Yummy. I'll try with the chili and pulpo. It's just not needed. It's that sweet. Very fantastic. And it's funny, here in Thailand actually, while they don't have like tahini or chili and pulpo, like I'm used to the Mexican style. Oh yeah, that pineapple with it. On certain fruits, they actually do use a chili and salt, which is more like a just standard kind of red chili, like a dried red Thai chili, and salt, which is kind of similar. It's actually a little spicier, so I thought that was cool. Delicious. I'm going to play with a little bit more meats, but that's pretty much it. I just want to eat some hot sauce, some mustard. I mean, the food is very, very, very oily. It's very filling. I want to go do some sightseeing tonight, and I already feel like I've eaten a lot. It's heavy. It's sitting very heavy. So, yeah, I might get a little more. That's pretty much it. You gotta try pretty much everything. I might get a little more of that pork loin kind of thing. That was pretty good. Cabbage rolls are really good. The pork itself is good. How can you go wrong? Chicken's not bad. Everything's all pretty solid. So, yeah, maybe just a little more. Then I think we're gonna head out. All right, so I totally got way more than I anticipated. They actually had a German brand mustard up there, which I wanted to try. But this is a lot of like the items that somewhat of my favorite / we're just calling me. Pile of pork. I think it's more of this pork loin. It's more of this cabbage. Still so good. Sweet, rich cardamom. This is the cabbage roll. Ooh, that's delicious. Rich though. That's some chicken. Try that in the German mustard. It's creamier and less acidic than like the French's. Not bad. Not very strong though. It's not like a English mustard. One thing I will say though, it was funny I mentioned it about the demographic, because since I mentioned about the demographic, now it's like all Europeans. It's like they heard me say there wasn't many there and they flooded in. Yeah, the German mustards are very different. And there's quite a few actual Germans here right now. So I take that as that's a good sign. Try this pork loin again. Hopefully it's as good as I remembered first time. I don't remember if I salted it or not. Let's try it. Very nice. I love the idea of putting pork on pork. You know what I mean? Or pork inside of pork. So how can we make this more porky? Put more pork in it. Well, sure, you don't need the extra fat. Woo. The gist of today's meal. Rich. No, I did not need a plate this big. I'm full. This is a more of that braised pork. With that, everybody, you saw pretty much everything I'm going to eat today. That's pretty much it. So I'm glad we got to come try a German buffet, get some German food. And based on my other experiences of German food, it was all pretty good. It was all pretty solid. I mean, it was definitely true German fare, German cuisine, 100%. But it is not calorie free. Yeah, well, it was enjoyable. The value is amazing. I couldn't even buy an entree for what I'm paying for this here. Well, I didn't get any because I want to sleep tonight. The coffee and tea is a nice inclusion. But everybody, hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, next one's Happy Hunger, Happy Eating. We had the craziest time getting here. I'm sure you already saw that story. So, yeah, with that, I liked it. I'd recommend. Until next time, have a lovely day. Already won, and our next adventure begins in Chiang Mai. So we're actually staying at the Astra. The Astra, it is a very famous kind of, well, it's become famous because it's pool. It has some big infinity pool on top of the roof. But kind of a famous kind of hotel slash, well, it's not a hotel, like Airbnb condominium in Chiang Mai. I'm not staying there for that reason, but it is considered luxury. It is quite upscale, but it's cheap. Like, at least by our North American standards. Like, seriously, I'm only here for a couple days, but I'm talking like 40 US a night. And so, like I said, for the place, it's pretty well located. It's I guess kind of considered just like, it's not downtown, but let's just say I think it's going to be well worth it. And I'll show you later. It's pretty nice. They got a little gym and stuff. But yeah, so these are my first glimpses of Chiang Mai, really outside the airport. And it is a warm day, I'll tell you that much. Definitely gonna put on some sunscreen. My knee's bothering me a little bit. I did the most cardio I've ever done yesterday in my life. I did 2.5 hours. And my knee is not liking that. There's a lot of stress on my knee. So that being said, we are going to go see, I don't know what. I'm going this way to the store first. I'm gonna grab a drink here. There's lots of food places around, but there's a lot of temples here too. So I think we're gonna go see a bit of a temple probably. Probably a good way to spend, the few couple hours here. And yeah, let's go see Chiang Mai. All right, we just made it to Wat Lak Mali, which is, I gotta say, already super cool. It's really well like ornamented. I'm gonna show you inside the whole grounds. They have so many cool little figurines and statues, and well, and there's a lot here. So let's look. There's just lots of different items in these courtyards and many different buildings again. Very beautiful. And more buildings. This is a beautifully decorated little room, I guess we'll call it. Just very impressive. Everything is just it's very picturesque, you know? and very well kept, and are obviously, you know, certain things are very well dated. This is all modern, of course. Here we have candles and people writing their names on and things on little bricks. And this is now very, very magnificent. This is the actual Wat Lock. This is the actual temple here that this whole site is built around and or named after, etc. People burning incense. Smells lovely. Here we have the Buddha. And again, there's Buddha up there. And then these are some of the things people are writing their names on. I think it's for the maybe Chinese New Year. They're like circling the name, the year of themselves. Hey everyone, just hanging with my friend. This is Ellie. You know, hey, why the long face, my friend? It's a beautiful day. Lady in the tramp with an elephant. All right.